Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. On the move from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Carr above the noise. Gets it out fast. There he goes. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
That is how you make a quarterback look good. Throw it short, run it a long way. He gets all the yardage for that play. Start the football game finding your playmaker, and your playmaker does the rest, takes it to the house, and gets this offense started out on fire.
Coming out with it, it's Bussey. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Morrow. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Throwing Reed. Lets it fly. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
The run inside. It's Owens. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Now facing a third and long. Reed. Here's a heat. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the...
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. 4th down, Reed. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. This offense has it with really good field position. To the air, it's Carr. Moves around to clear up the vision. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, that's not a good sign for this offensive line.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Running inside, it's Walton. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Looking for the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And this offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their 2nd passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's Reed to throw. He's got his man. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. This quarterback part of their running game. They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a first down.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good 3rd down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you wanted. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. DB's right up on the receivers. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Runs through a tackle. They bring him down. The option run to perfection, and it will move the chains.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
Picks up the first down. Touchdown, Aggies. Excellent pass by the back on the option. Lining up for the PAT. I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
No, so many blockers out front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him. He'll
bring it out. It's Porter. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Finding an escape route. Turning it on. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And that's something this offense is going to try to do in this game, and they're doing it early. They want to establish the run game. They want to be more physical. They want to control the line of scrimmage. That's how they're going to attack this defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback making adjustments. Here's Carr to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games. That loses games. That is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking for space. It's Owens. And he is stopped behind the line, and that's how we'll finish the first quarter. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Reed. Looking to the big tight end. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. So nice to have a target like that.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Throwing Reed. Under fire. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
From the gun on 3rd down, Reed dances away. On the move, he fires. Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Porter. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
When you get interceptions as a safety, it's anticipation. You can see it. They see the route. They break on it. They go make big hits and big plays. This time, he gets the big INT.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens. Jumped on top of the pile. And the Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. On the move. There's a crease. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. He'll bring it out. It's Porter. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
Throwing right. Zips it out to his man. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Throwing. Carr. They're setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they break.
Makes the grab in their space. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
Will, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
When the quarterback leaves the pocket, I have to know that. You could tell the defense did. They did a great job skewing towards him, moving towards where he's scrambling. Now I can be in the passing lanes. Great job by the defense understanding.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Finds the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. 4th down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. Carr to throw for it on 4th. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
He'll toss it. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Aggies have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. On the option, they'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. Defense in press coverage. A run for the quarterback. Thrust that arm out. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's...
He's got it at the 20. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
And another connection and another big play for this offense. And they keep the gas to the floor. Like they're still throwing the football, still making big plays. And this defense, they still have found 0 answers in how to get back in this football game.
It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Reed keeps looking downfield. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
There's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Just one of those mistakes that can't happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The give is to Williams. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Complete to the left. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Carr. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Lets it fly. It's complete. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. Dropping back, it's Carr. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! Well, on the sideline, got it in the end zone.
Last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. That is a time window that oftentimes determines games, and you're seeing it potentially happen here. It was critical the offense was able to go down, drive the field, and score a touchdown here late in the first half, knowing they get the ball back first in the second half. And if they go out right away in the second half and good things happen, this game takes on a completely different feel.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. One more snap coming before halftime. Here's Reed to throw. Rushes on him. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. They want to try to pull even right now as they're going for the onside kick here in the third. It looked as if he got a hand on it before it traveled 10 yards, and that's going to be a penalty. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Reed. He's going to fire deep. Goes high to pull it in. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
Touchdown, Texas A&M.
The defense defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Porter. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Using his legs, it's Walton. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. He wants to take the top off. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They're in the gun, third down. Here's Carr. Throws for the tight end.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on third and really long, making a play, not putting the ball in harm's way. But I love what the defense did, man. They understood where this...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Trying to keep the drive alive. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
And how about the confidence? This coach is very confident. Fourth down, backed up in my territory, inside my 20, and you go for it? Wow, you better get it, and you did here. So great coaching.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
He's going for a big play downfield. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Holds and fires complete to the right. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They'll line up to go for 2. Here's Carr to throw. And a dangerous pass there, almost threw a pick in the end zone. So much for playing field position. It's just a one-score game here in the third, and they're lining up for an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Yeah, and I know you're down. I think it's always hard of when to pull the trigger, when to be aggressive. And listen, they decided it was time. It's the third quarter. Got to make something happen. Got to make a play. Unfortunately, it was just unsuccessful.
Now on the option. He'll toss it. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that, too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. Pulls it in. Finds a crease at the 20. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. Throwing Reed. Pocket breaking down. Caught. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the 2nd half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredible...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area we got to bow up. Nice job on 1st down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
You know, this happens sometimes in football. You forget which direction you're going, and you got to be reminded you were going the wrong direction. Come on, man. We got to catch that thing. We got to get north-south and go make a play, get closer to the end zone, not start dancing and going the wrong way.
On 3rd down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
He got it. The lead now 7 here in the 3rd quarter.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. They'll try the counter. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
When you're on offense, you see so much of this nowadays. You see misdirection. You see somebody flying across the formation. Why? To get the eyeballs of those linebackers, to get them to move out of a gap, one space. Works to perfection here. That's why they break off the big gain on offense.
Throwing, Carr. Good timing on the quick out. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. Back to throw, it's Carr. He's going to run it. Oh, he's got some space. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of 1st downs, and here they come again. Carr. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Down in the end zone. The big play there, and the defense gets the stop. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W. Makes the grab.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They're looking to throw on second and short. Here comes the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Texas A&M going up tempo. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And this offense has had a great day, and they...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Marcel Reed to throw for it on fourth. Fires left. And it's batted away, and the fourth down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
And listen, obviously, you know, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. The screen, and watch out. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. And this is the chance for this offense. A 1st and goal, 4th quarter, trying to tie the game up. Might be calling a hot route. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Coming out with it, it's Bussy. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with. Exactly. Brings it to the open. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love
it. In the gun, 3rd down, Reed. Fires to the wideout. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On the option. He's not going to get there. The defense was sure tackling to stop him a few yards short.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Trying to run, it's Walton. And he'll be brought down.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Now here's Carr. Oh, they're after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure...
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Fourth down, Carr. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this 4th quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Reed. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Reed to throw for it on 4th. Fires to the middle. He's got it. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time. And he finds his man for the 1st down.
Yeah, and I think a really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Moving away from pressure. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Irish! How about this defense taking one back to the house? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead.
And how about the cherry on the Sunday? The big INT return for a touchdown, and now throw on the 2-point conversion. Give this team 8. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Reed to throw. Under fire. Got out of trouble and throws. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
Looking to throw, it's Reed. He wants a big play here late. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
Going to try to get it himself. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play.
Well, it's just a really nice job there on that third down, trying to get after this quarterback, and obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Fourth down, Reed. Fires to the right. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. A&M comes back out with another first down. Reed. He's taking a deep shot. And here's the third interception of the night.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
I'll be honest, man, if I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
He rifles one deep to the left. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, that's an incompletion, and really poor accuracy by the quarterback there. When you're throwing the ball down the field, you don't need to make it perfect, but you do got to put it somewhere around your receiver. You got to give him an opportunity to go up and make a play for it.
He wants to change this route. Here's Carr to throw. Bring in the heat. Going back to the well, another deep ball. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. And here we go, final play of the game right here. Looking for a man, it's Carr. Ball's incomplete, and that'll do it from here. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.